Hello guys, welcome to Python and Machine Learning Daily. Today we'll be talking about pandas, data frames, and date times specifically. So for example, you have a CSV with weather data with dates, so amount of rain and temperature per date. And your task is to calculate the top month of most rain, biggest so-called precipitation. And the problem is that date column is treated as a string by default, not as date. So it's pretty hard to parse that date as month only, so have only January. Here you have the head and the tail of that CSV file, so dates from 2012 to 2015. I just found it randomly on GitHub, weather for Seattle here. So basically how to get month from string column in CSV. And basically what you want to do with data frames in pandas if you work with dates and times is always convert to DateTime type. Because by default, if you have df tail and then you do df info, the column list will be here and date column is object, not date type, which means you cannot perform date operations on object or a string. And here's the solution. Here's how you convert and calculate grouping by month. So whatever fields, whatever columns you have that you want to convert to date, you have pandas to date time. Of course, before that you do import pandas as PD, and then you can use to date time. And then on that column, you can do that column .dt date dot whatever operation you want. It may be month, it may be date, maybe calculations of something, but look at the result of this one. We have a new column, month, which is calculated from this date. And if we go and do df info now, date column is date time 64 with nanoseconds in this case, but we don't care about it that much. All we need is a month, right? And then our new column month is integer. And then with that integer, we can do whatever. For example, group by that integer and then take the precipitation column and calculate the mean of that, the average. So we execute and this is our result. Months from 1 to 12 and average rain precipitation for that month, where we can conclude that July is the least rainy month and November, December are probably the worst months in terms of raining. So if you want to do calculations with dates, just convert those columns to date time. But also you can do that even before having the data frame while reading that from CSV. There's a parameter called parse dates, which accepts an array, and you specify the columns which should be treated as dates by default. So we specify date, this column name, and then if we execute it, seems like nothing has changed. We have tail here, but with info, by default it is date time. So we don't even need to do that to date time anymore. We can comment that out, and if we execute it all again, the result should be correct and the same. So two places where you can convert data into date times. Have to date time on specific column, or while reading from CSV or from Excel, there's a parameter of columns to parse dates. I hope it is helpful while working with your dates and times in your data. If you have more ideas for this channel, what to talk about, shoot them in the comments below, and I will continue with my own ideas for tips about pandas and Python and machine learning and stuff like that. So subscribe to the channel and see you guys in other videos.